What up? It's Cody P with the Author Authority, helping you find your authenticity. And in today's video, I've got 3 books that are gonna help you obliterate your ego. Now, why would you want to relieve yourself of an ego? Well, you never know exactly what you're gonna be missing out on learning if you're too stubborn to let new information in. You never genuinely know what others are feeling about you and how you appear to the outside world. And then, of course, you never know what's actually going on in the outside world if you're always stuck in here. So with these 3 books I'm going to show you today, we're going to destroy your ego. Let's go. My number 3 pick for obliterating your ego is going to be Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. Now, this is the handbook on the destruction of ego. He takes you from the beginning when you're just starting out and how to remain humble as you begin gaining success, and how to remain at work even when you don't feel like you're doing as well. And then it takes you into success. And the second part of the book, as you actually start to become the best at what you're doing and keep that ego at bay. Be result-oriented, not image-based. And then he even shows you what to do in failure. And the reason I picked up this book in the first place is because I went through a bit of a small-scale media scandal here in my hometown, and I was so worried about preserving that image of who I thought I was, or who I wanted people to think I was, instead of allowing my true self to shine through it. So, Ego is the Enemy. I picked it up. I loved it. I recommend it to you as my number 3. My number 2 pick. Now, I said Ryan Holiday's mentor was Robert Greene, and he is my favorite author. His book, Mastery, is my number 2 pick. And the reason why, what does mastery have to do with the ego? Well, if you want to be the greatest in the world at some kind of craft or some kind of skill, you need to set your self-image aside. You're going to want to know how to do what you're doing best. You're going to want to be focused on the task at hand. Robert Greene's going to take you by the hand and show you how to find a mentor, somebody who can help you become the best in the world at what you want to do. And if you're too stubborn to listen to them, if you're too stubborn to actually see what the author wants to teach you as he takes you by the hand, then you'll never get it. And you can't do that with ego. So instead of focusing on yourself, instead of worrying about how you feel all the time, you gotta be focused on the task at hand. And as you gain success, you gotta know how to manage that public image and make sure that people aren't out to destroy you and allowing your ego to take over. My number 1 pick, and this is actually a fiction book. You probably didn't see that one coming, and it's actually a lot older than the other 2 books. But my number 1 pick, the first time I read it, I had to take some time off to relax. I wasn't sure about my motives with people and how I wanted to interact with my friends or with people in my day-to-day life. Seriously, this book will hand your ass to you. My number 1 pick for obliterating your ego is The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. Now, 2 of the main characters in this book. Number 1, Howard Rourke. He is an architect with integrity. He does the work the way that is going to get the best result. He's not worried about doing it the classical style, the way that people are supposed to do it. He's worried about making it the best result that it can be. And then you contrast him against the other main character, Peter Keating, and he is constantly absorbed with how other people perceive him. And so Peter Keating actually rises up the ranking a lot faster because he kisses the boss ass, and he's always willing to just say what he needs to say in order to attain some version of success. But he has a higher acceleration, but Howard Rourke over time has that higher top speed and ends up grabbing those bigger jobs. And when you see that people are always just trying to maintain their self-image instead of becoming who the best they can be, that book will hand it to you, The Fountainhead. So those are my top 3 books on destroying your ego. Thanks for tuning into the Author Authority. Please remember to hit that bell button for notifications since you're subscribed. And if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I will be back at least once a week with these book reviews and a few other little vlog goodness in there as well. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Not quite as good as the other ones, but